Welcome to the number one podcast out of Bassham Studios. We're live in Leander, Texas. This is a Whiskey and Whiskers podcast. We're your host, Chris.
Whiskey Wizard Matt.
And Blake.
How did we used to start the show? Every single episode? Every single episode.
I'll tell you how we should start this one off.
It was episode 2 version.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. And then, boys, it's fucking hot.
It's fucking hot.
And I don't think we've done that yet this season. Have we?
No, not this year. It's been, maybe a little less than a year since last time it was fucking hot.
But it is time.
Inside?
We are here.
Yeah. It's hot outside, and this time it's hot inside, too.
I got a request.
It's
What's
like
that?
old garage
I've
days,
been waiting
man.
here for a while. Can we just go ahead and take a shot?
Oh, yeah. Let's see what's in the box.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Let's just skip to that.
All right. Today is Conica Ridge Distillery Clyde Mays Cask Strength Alabama style whiskey.
Cast strength, 100 proof?
I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take a shot.
It doesn't say what the proof is?
Oh, sure.
It says it right there.
It's cask strength. It's 57% alcohol by volume. So impossible to... Oh, I just...
Oh, Blake.
Shut the fuck up.
That's the second pop.
It's still good.
Third pop. Yeah, I think the second and third pop were better than the first one.
So it's 114 proof?
Is that what that... That's impossible to do that kind of math.
I think so. Good.
Oh, good.
Am I not a reasonable person?
We're going all over the world tonight. That's St. Louis shot glass.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a New Mexico shot glass.
Okay.
I've got a Nashville shot glass. All over the world in the U.S. You know?
We need some Neanderthal shot glasses.
We need some whiskey and
Can we
whisker
just get-
shot glasses. How have we not done this
Can
yet?
we get whiskey and whisker shot glasses, but instead of the titties, it's just Bigfoot's face?
Well, cheers.
I don't know if I can get behind that.
Cheers to forthcoming whiskey and whisker shot glasses.
Yeah, they're coming soon. Oh. Jeez, that tastes like it's 114 proof or something.
That's a spicy burrito. Woo, and it lingers.
Do you
Nice.
have to let it linger?
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, it's summertime. It's hot.
And Bigfoot cast.
And
Bigfoot shot.
Now I'm hot on the inside and the outside.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Even things out a little.
So what's up with Bigfoot bros?
I don't
He
know.
seems like a pretty cool dude.
It's pretty funny.
Like I haven't really subscribed to any of the AI. Like, I mean, obviously the Taylor Swift one where she's getting fucked by the whole Kansas City Chiefs. That one was good. That episode was good. But
That's out there?
no, I don't know. I just heard rumors.
Nice.
But this Bigfoot AI series is pretty good too. What do y'all think? The video blogs, Bigfoot smoking cigarettes,
Stealing joints.
fucking bitches.
Running around in the forest.
Yeah,
I follow his Instagram.
you follow him?
No, I follow Bigfoot's Instagram.
Nice. The world has kind of gone to shit in the last few years. It seems like, but I'm glad Bigfoot has an Instagram now.
Yeah, he's bringing us back to nature. Doesn't it make you want to go get drunk in the woods?
It does
Yeah. And it's about that time of year, dude. It gets hot.
with Bigfoot.
It's cold beer. It's time to bust out your $200 Yeti coolers.
At least if Bigfoot is the Bigfoot that's on Instagram, then
Yeah.
I want to hang out with that.
You
Bigfoot.
take your
He
big,
does do some crazy shit.
take your Yeti coolers to go meet Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to do.
I wonder why they made Bigfoot just like a forest bro. Like why is he that?
Well, it's not a city boy.
True, but like
It's probably like loud
He hikes in
noises,
the
like
forest.
fireworks,
He
like
lives in
chase
the
him away.
fucking forest. When you go in reverse, things come from behind you.
yeah, but he's a bro.
Yeah. But he lives in the forest.
Like he wears his hat backwards and wears Oakley's, you know?
But he lives in the forest.
Right. I'm saying, oh yes, obviously he's a forest. He's a forest, whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah.
But he's a bro.
Right.
That's what I'm pointing out.
So he's a forest bro.
Oh my god. But why did they choose bro to be big? Like, why is Bigfoot a bro?
Oh, because, we're the target audience, probably.
Like Jack Sling's jerky? Like he's been a bro ever since he's been trying to sell,
Yeah, but he wasn't a
beef
bro.
jerky.
Although for Jack Links,
That
they kept messing with him and he wasn't a bro.
And
Now
that
he
was
is a bro.
Sasquatch.
Now he is a bro. They
Messing
mess with him.
Sasquatch, you're right.
And Sasquatch is a different one.
Oh, then Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Oh. So Sasquatch just gets messed with.
Sasquatch is he's kind of an asshole.
And so the Yetis are just making coolers and making all the money off of us?
Yeah.
They're like the capitalists?
Yeah, they're the capitalist ones for sure.
Okay, and Sasquatches are just trying
Dude,
to
they
get...
gotta be fucking rich, the Yetis.
Yeah.
Right?
And the Bigfoots are just V-bloggers?
Well, I heard since Stanley Cup, sales have been declining for the Yetis.
Yeah. Not in coolers, though.
Do they make a Stanley cooler?
But see, here's the thing.
Bro.
now enough people have bought Yetis that, like, I bet their sales are dropping. That's the shit part of capitalism and the shit part of making a good product.
People aren't buying Yetis anymore.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you make such a good product that it lasts forever, and now you've just, like, cornered yourself out of the market. You know?
Yeah.
But they're always still a good gift. I don't have a Yeti yet. Someone could gift me a Yeti.
I will say the Yeti shot glass is pretty tight.
Well, all of us are over here like, man, I got too many Yetis. Fuck Yeti. And Matt's like, bros. Okay. So here's the story. When I was working as a dockhand, I showed up for my morning shift, and then the afternoon guy couldn't make it, so my boss was like, Matt, listen, I'll let you work all day. You'll get overtime this week. And I throw in this Yeti cup that we used to get for promos for our people who sign up for memberships. Uh-huh.
So I worked all day for a Yeti cup, bro. All I have is one Yeti cup. Y'all have like 2 Yeti coolers, Stanley cups. Y'all are over Yeti cups. Y'all have Stanley cups. I bet your Yeti cup, if you have one, is just collecting dust.
Yeah, it sucks.
Why don't you give your Yeti cup to your daughter?
I actually picked up a new Yeti
No, I bought
cup.
her a Stanley. I'm not a fucking...
Oh, you bought her a Stanley? There you go.
I picked up a new Yeti cup from Goodwill for $3 the other day.
Yeah, and they were like $100 back in the day.
They're still $45 if you go to regular.
What
But
are they?
randomly, there was one that looked like it had never been used. And
Are they selling Stanleys or Yetis at Buc-ee's? That's the real question.
they sell Buc-ee's brand everything there.
Oh, so you have to get a Buc-ee's?
And it's like they got their own knockoff brand shit going on there.
Yeah, but Stanley's winning this shit right now.
Yeah, Stanley. For when it comes to cups.
Dude, I had a Yeti cup and I barely used it. Like, I did use it, but like...
I use that cup every day working out at the docks. It kept ice until like 4 p.m.
You should try a Stanley.
But these motherfuckers... Well, I think that it holds ice just as good, if not better, because it seals at the top.
Uh-huh.
But that's the game changer.
Yeah.
Like, it all closes up, and you can... Look,
Yeah.
isn't that wild? You can turn it upside down.
So like when
You can roll around in your truck.
When your cup holders are full in the car and you go through a drive-thru or something, you can just close the lid and throw it in the seat and it won't spill everywhere.
Okay.
And it's kind of nice having a straw,
I like having a straw.
drinking out of cups. If you're drinking out of cups, having a straw is good.
Like a bitch.
Like a bitch.
Yeah.
Mr. Balloon Hands.
Why is drinking out of straws like a bitch?
I don't know. I think that guy was on drugs.
You think?
Yeah. Probably.
I read somewhere, I did the background check of that video. Apparently it's on an obscure album that no one knows, and it's an intermission between tracks. And he's watching TV. He's like commenting on TV.
I wish we could see this like section of TV that he was watching.
I heard it was a guy tripping acid in a closet.
That's
He was locked
that's
in
the
a
theory,
closet.
but it's really on an obscure album track.
Huh.
And it's this band.
But you don't think he was tripping?
He was probably tripping watching TV, but you know, it got turned into that.
Johnny Hammerstein hands.
Mr. Balloon Hands. Drinking out of cups like a bitch.
At least he's holding it together. He's keeping it cool.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers that are out there in the woods talking to Bigfoot and stuff.
Yeah, they're not running like through the woods like screaming pie perfectly, you know what I mean? Like 3.142469 like running through the woods and shit. Because there hasn't been like those, especially like when you're running through the woods shouting out pie and you think your homie's dead and you accidentally call the fuzz on you and your homies, and then you're really fucked, you know?
Well, now you have to run through the.
Yeah, now your homie is.
You're being chased through the woods.
He was already being chased. At least in his own mind, you know? He was like, oh shit, I was running through the woods. He got him. And they're like, what are you talking about? And he's like, my homie, he fucking got him. He's dead, man. He's dead.
You call the ambulance and he's not really dead.
Whoops.
And then now you're all like, they're like, where's the rest of your shit? And you're like, dude, well, we're, toasted. Can't do that. That's why you need one sober person for every tripping. You have someone has to bite the bullet and be sober.
Oh.
That's why salvia is the best, because it only lasts 15 minutes so everyone can get a taste.
You have enough time to be like, oh shit, that's 911. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Hang up on him.
Do not you slap the phone out of someone's hands. I'm sober enough to slap 911 out of your hands, bro.
Are you sure you want to call emergency services?
Call 411. You can call them. I need the number to Papa John's.
Bro, you don't even have to
Pizza.
dial the number anymore. You just click the button and it calls. I've had
Fuck that. I
I've
don't
had
like
it go
that.
off in my pocket a number of times, like, and just call.
Did you know if you dial 911 and then just let it sit there, it'll dial 911?
That's weird. Don't tell me that.
I think it's got me before, a couple times. Actually.
Yeah, that can get you.
Yeah.
Then 911's calling you, and you're like, shit.
You throw your phone out the car. That's not good, Bill.
You bail out of the car and just start running.
Yeah, 911 starts calling you. You're like, shit, I gotta sell my house.
Ditch the phone, drive 5 miles, ditch the car. Bounce $20. Probably be fine. Everybody thinks you're dead.
Your bros call 911.
You're out there hanging out with Bigfoot in the woods.
It's just a circle. The
Messing with
911 comes,
Sasquatch.
so they all run.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe they just dialed 911 and then it called 911 and then they were all, having fun in the woods.
Yeah. No, you got to have one safety buddy when you're tripping who's sober.
It was Bigfoot's job. That dude got all fucked up.
Yeah. They ran out of beef jerky, so he almost died.
Having a sober driver is always real.
When you're not the sober one?
Bro, because all the sober drivers are like, everybody else is having fun, and then they're like, fuck it.
Dude, the best part about
Now we
being
got
the sober
Uber, which
driver
is pretty
is
tight.
you can like coerce somebody to buy your Whataburger at the end of the night. A drunk
That should
person.
be a given, yeah.
Like, okay, it's gonna be like 3 a.m. I'm driving through Whataburger. Like in the early 2000s when Whataburger was prime.
Bro,
Not now.
If I was an Uber driver and somebody asked me to stop at Whataburger at 3 a.m., I'd be wanting like $40 cash plus like you're buying me.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. But if you're the sober driver and you got all your drunk friends
Same thing.
and they all love you for being the sober driver,
It's gonna cost y'all $40 cash. It's just in time, and it's not even asking that much. It's like $10.
yeah, I'm getting some water. I'm getting a large milkshake, bro.
Morning, dude.
If I'm sober, I'm getting a large milkshake and enjoying my soberness for driving y'all home and going through Whataburger at 3 a.m.
I don't want to do Whataburger. Fuck Whataburger. I'm done.
Well, where are you driving through 3 a.m. now? Breakfast.
Taco Bell.
Taco
You're the sober
Jack in
driver.
the box.
You're the sober driver. You got control of where
Oh.
the drunk 3 a.m. party.
Y'all better go inside
leads.
while I'm pumping gas at the gas station.
What about Taco Cabana or something like that? No, you don't want your drunk friends going to the gas station, then you're getting arrested and they start dialing 911 and
No,
shit.
I'm the sober driver. They're gonna get arrested.
We're all walking in, and Chris is like, they're all getting arrested. Fuck them.
Dipshits.
Can't buy beer at that time. No, here's the best sober driver. You hit the gas station right before alcohol stops selling. You swing by Whataburger, then you play beer pong until the sun comes up.
Dude, I can't
Do that anymore.
No,
Can't do that
I don't
anymore?
have it.
And then you sober drive at sunrise.
No, but then the sober driver gets to start playing beer pong at 3 a.m. and get a little drunk.
Dude, I get extreme anxiety if I start to hear the sun come up. Because you hear it first, right?
Oh, the birds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And that's when you're like, oh, fuck. The sun's
I
coming.
fucked up. Yeah.
Homie's suing Whataburger while we're on the topic of Whataburger.
When's the last time you made it through a full 2-day binge? Yeah, like maybe sun came up.
Sleep for 45 minutes or an hour,
Yeah.
then keep going.
Yeah.
Probably like 3 years.
Yeah, I think it's been about that for me too.
Yeah, I just don't have it. Like, I don't know.
Fucking tired.
It's hot, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, people just don't hang like that anymore. Like,
Yeah, people start falling hard.
which is a reasonable
Totally
time.
reasonable.
I can't even get mad at them.
Yeah.
Bitch, you're going to sleep at 2 o'clock. Fuck.
that's when you're in the Whataburger line with 4 cases of beer in your car 10 years ago.
That's why it's important to get a group of people that's hanging at that same spot, like until you wake up and drive home feeling all shitty the next day. Because then you don't have to know what time it is.
Yeah. You just got to put your phone down, not pay attention.
Yeah.
And preferably get involved in, like, some kind of game.
Beer pong,
Beer
Beer
pong.
pong, horseshoes, poker,
cornhole,
cornhole, all the greats.
or just chilling in a jacuzzi, you know.
That's hard to do, actually.
Yeah.
Turns out when you boil yourself while you're drinking, you get twice as fucked up.
Well, yeah, that's why you want to go in there at 2 a.m. because, like, the whole car ride, you maybe had like 1 beer, and you're trying to keep it on the down low so you don't get arrested. But the sober driver's freaking out. He's like, "I told you not to bring a beer in my car," blah blah, and everyone's fighting until they get the Whataburger.
Then everyone started fighting.
And then you're like, just wait, and then everyone just chills out until they get to the homeboy's parents' house that has the jacuzzi, and then they jacuzzi all night.
I don't even remember fighting it.
Or you're playing Bohemian Rhapsody at 3 a.m. after the club
That's a much better way to be than fighting
and
everybody.
pulling the e-brake and stuff.
Still better than fighting everybody.
Yeah.
Almost died, you know? It's fun, right?
Close one. Well, y'all want to take a shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta be responsible. Can't take that many.
All right.
We better run out soon.
When's the last time y'all been downtown?
Chris just dialed 9.
No.
When's the last time y'all been downtown for a drink?
Oh, it's been a while.
Bro, I don't go downtown. Why would I go downtown?
I used to do it. My wife and I used to do it on date night every now and then. We go down to a comedy club down there and watch comedy,
Okay.
and then stumble into the piano bar. Was right next door.
Okay.
And piano bar downtown is a lot of fun.
Yeah, my wife and I went down like 5 years ago now, probably. and stayed at the Driscoll.
Okay.
And we did the whole thing. We walked up and down 6th Street and went to bars and got some Rapolos, you know?
Yeah, that's step one of getting back into the car at 6th Street is Rapolos in your stomach. That'll save a life or two.
But we mostly were like...
Yeah, that's step one. And then while
We're old
you're
as fuck.
sitting on the sidewalk eating Rapolos, you look for where your car is.
Shit, I don't see it anywhere.
That's why I used to always park at the Hilton, because it has the big red H at the top on all 4 sides. So all you got to do is go to the big red H and you'll find your car.
It's a beacon of hope.
Yeah. Just like, know that that's where I park.
Some guy like wakes you up on the sidewalk in front of Rapolos and he's like, bro, where's your car?
Every time I tried to valet or do some stupid shit like that, being a baller or whatever, I always ended up fucking.
It's true.
Yeah. Because either stay out past when the valet's open, or like you maybe leave your car in the middle of the road and take your keys with you when you leave.
That's good.
Yeah. You know, at least I remember my keys.
Do you still have them the next day? Got my keys. Didn't lose them.
Yeah, I didn't have the car.
Fuck, car's gone.
Car's gone. Yeah. Yeah, it's the reverse of losing your keys.
Hell yeah.
Happens.
That definitely has happened.
But that's why you gotta...
That's why you always park at the Hilton, dude. And it's
Or
like,
you pay the $7 for parking. At least that's what it was.
It
Like
was like $20
10 years ago.
every time, you know? But that's at least you know where your car is, and you're right next to 35, so you don't have to go through a bunch of bullshit to get out of there.
Dude, I went to Houston last weekend for Father's Day
Mm.
because I had tickets to the Astros on Father's Day. And I was like, I'm going to take my daughter and my wife. We're going to do a little family-friendly family trip to the Astros, right? Daikin Field, which I don't know if I believe in yet. I don't know if that's something that's real. I mean, it says it, but it's still Minute Maid, right? Okay, just as long as we're all on the same page. Anyway, so we went to Minute Maid, watched the baseball game. But the whole time I had to I caught myself concentrating. Okay, we walked down we parked at this parking lot. We walked down this street and this street. We took a right. Now we're here and we're walking in through the gate, but our seats are over there. So I'm fucking triangulating the direction from our seat. So I'm like, all right, the truck's that way, right? And I caught myself because I was like, bro, how many of these games have I come to? And I'm just fucking smashed and have no idea where the truck is.
And always somehow find a hotel.
And yeah, a room. That's harder to find than a car. A hotel room?
Bro, there's
a hotel full of hotel rooms?
Not many cars downtown at 5 a.m., but there is a lot of hotel rooms downtown at 5 a.m.
All in one building.
Yeah.
They all look fucking the same.
You say write it on your key so it's easy.
Dude, I don't know how we've...
Oh, no, you lost your keys before the bar.
That's why you got to keep $100 in your pocket when you're in Houston for the Uber drivers.
Then I would just lose $100 too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild to me that I was trying to pay that close attention, and it felt like I should. As a dad, I'm like, okay, I need to know where the truck is and not
Also,
get
when you're
lost.
stumbling around, you're usually with a bunch of dudes, and between the 4 of you,
Someone's like, nah, you idiots, it's over there.
yeah.
And you're like, shut up, nerd. But in reality, you're like, thank God he knows where the fuck we are.
Yeah.
If you're with your wife and daughter, you're like, there's no way that they know where the car is.
We're lost. We're lost right now. I'm trying to not alarm them, you know? Also, we weren't lost in Houston in the middle of the night in the pouring rain, which has happened before.
Yeah.
But if I'm by myself or with the bros, I'm a little more agile. I'm a little more I can figure something out, you know? The wife and kids, it's I gotta find the truck.
I'm looking for all the safe exits, you know? Yeah.
It was fun though. It was a really cool game. Extra innings. And the Astros won.
Yeah.
What? Does that upset you? I thought you liked the Astros.
Wait, who'd they play?
The Twins?
Oh, then yeah, fuck yeah, that makes me happy.
Well, we're gonna beat the Rangers soon, next month.
Nah.
Are you coming in your Ranger stuff when we go, Chris?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be good.
I got way cooler Rangers.
So the 3 of us are all gonna be fucking strode out, dude.
I know.
I'm gonna wear my shoes with the Texas Star on them and all orange, everything orange. I got a new jersey.
I'm gonna wear my Garcia jersey.
I got a new jersey. Dang it! How do I say this without saying New Jersey? I got a fresh team shirt. No, that doesn't work.
I got a player jersey.
A-
Whose jersey did you get?
Pena.
I got a Pena.
There you go. I got a new Pena jersey. There it is. That's
There you go.
got the Astros rainbow on the side.
Did you just forget English?
This stuff is 114 proof.
That's fair.
Yeah, I like it.
Means I can only have 5 or 6 of them.
Responsible. We gotta find the truck later.
Shit, what way is the truck? I watched Cheech and Chong's last movie recently.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, and they're in their 80s, and it's like half kind of movie, half documentary thing, but it's all them, and they just argue like little bitches a lot through a lot of it, like grumpy old men, but for Cheech and Chong. And then they both get stoned and like, whatever, man, we're not gonna fight.
Yeah, aren't they like going like 20 miles like down the road?
But a lot of cool shit. Did you know they were Chong did a lot of cool. He did a lot of shit. He was in like 4 bands, like, and some that were pretty famous bands. Like, he was a writer for Rolling Stone magazine. Did like a lot of. Wait, no, Cheech Marin was a writer for Rolling Stone magazine.
Cheech Marin was in Desperado.
Cheech Marin's been in a lot of movies.
But in Desperado, Salma Hayek shows her boobs.
He was also in
So
Dust Till Dawn, and she shows her boobs in that one too, doesn't she?
No, she wears the boa constrictor in that one though.
That's right.
She is in that one too.
Yeah, and so is he.
Interesting.
He's the door.
Oh, because it's Quentin Tarantino.
He's
That's
the
why.
door. He's the doorman.
It's Quentin Tarantino. Oh man. So what is Labubu?
I don't know.
Let's all speculate.
It's
Do you know? Oh wait, if you
I
know,
I know what it is.
Sounds like
Okay.
a children's show.
like
Little Honey Boo Boo or whatever.
I don't know what that is either.
You don't know what Little Honey Boo Boo is?
No, she was that little blonde country girl, Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo
Oh,
Boo.
the fat
Town?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not her.
I'm like, how'd you miss that, dude?
Yeah, how'd you miss Honey Boo Boo? That was big in like 2010,
See,
2009.
Labubu to me, if it's a kid show, it's like Yo Gabba Gabba, right?
Yeah.
There's like somebody in a costume dancing around.
No. No, it's another
Singing.
thing for your girlfriend to buy for her purse. It's a purse monster.
Is it like a keychain?
Yeah, but they strap it to their purse,
Oh, no.
and it looks like a little monster. And everyone's like, "Did you get a real Labubu?" And there's like fake Labubus and like real Labubus.
So basically, let's just leave that here in this room. We don't want to tell wives about that kind.
I don't think my wife would want that.
Mine would.
It's just like shit to dangle off your purse.
yeah.
Mine already does that shit.
And they're like super expensive.
She's in the Consuela purse, which has like shit that dangles off her purse.
Is that like a Mexican grandma purse?
Bro, they sell them. It's like a country girl, like rich person country girl shit. Think like, I don't know.
Like Gucci, but for Western people
Yeah,
and Coach.
yeah, that kind of shit.
Nah.
So Labubus you hang off your purse, and like it's a Labubu monster.
I don't know what she calls her.
But what does it
I
do?
think she
Like,
calls
do you
her-
hide your weed in it?
No, it's just a little. Look it up. Look up Labubu
No,
on your
I'm
phone.
definitely not going to look it up.
Definitely gonna invent the weed hiding Labubu.
Yeah, that's exactly what it needs to do.
Look, you can tuck your whole vape right in here.
In Shelby, North Carolina.
See, they're these things that you hang off your purse.
Are they different? Like, are there different
Yeah,
things?
there's like it's like collectible, so everyone's like
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, my wife.
So it's like Beanie Babies.
my wife's been
It's like
on that,
Beanie
yeah.
Babies, but you hang it off your
'Cause
purse.
even before her Consuela purse, she had some other purse that had a little monkey that hung off of it.
So you can get all these Labubus.
I guess they're called Labubus. Good
Oh,
to know.
fuck that.
And
Now
the-
we know what they're called.
and the Labubu monsters, and you hang them off. So it's like it's like further your purse.
Dudes don't.
It's
have
like truck
shit
nuts,
like
but
that,
for
do
your
they?
purse. You know,
Oh, truck nuts.
it's like
Yeah,
truck
we
nuts,
do.
but for girls. You know.
Okay.
That's true.
Now I get it. Now
Now you get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Your wife won't let you buy a truck nuts, but you're not gonna let her buy Labubus.
Yeah.
So if she gets a Labubu, you should get some truck nuts.
And you got a Stanley Cup. How can you not let her get a Labubu?
I feel like those are not the same.
They're not.
Everyone uses Stanley Cups now.
But they're probably the same price.
They're cool and useful and utilitarian and definitely not gay. All right.
Yeah. I'm with you.
And Yeti needs to get on their shit and make theirs have the fucking straw on the top because straws are cool and utilitarian. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
It's true.
I feel like this is a tough hill to defend.
It is. It is. We might be defending Crocs or something like that. Right?
Oh no.
Which I guess Crocs are cool. So when they made a joke of they're going to be the popular shoes in the movie, now they're the popular in real life.
Yeah, we're here. We're there. Speaking of which, Israel and Iran are gonna like start World War III and stuff.
Which I'm on Israel's side, which is kind of cool.
I think Israel's gonna win. I think they're kicking their ass already.
Do you think Iran's gonna put up a fight like Russia? Or are they gonna be
Fuck
like,
no.
no, they're gonna be like Russia and be like, dude, we can't even like take over.
There will always be a fight.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Israel flew over their airspace, bombed the fuck out of them, flew back. Then Iran was like, nah, fuck that. So they flew a bunch of drones up, and Israel like shot them all down. And then Israel was like, we're gonna fly back over your country, kill your second in command now that he's first in command.
Yeah, there you go.
and then fly back and land safely in our airspace. And then Iran's like, we're going to shoot more missiles. And Israel's like, we'll shoot those down too.
Yeah, cool.
It's this fun game they're playing.
Maybe we made them poor enough to where they can't compete. They're just poor.
I think one got through.
Okay.
So Israel's taking some licks, you know? They're taking some licks. They're still in there.
But they haven't put boots on the ground
We're
yet.
in round one, baby. This is round one.
They haven't Gaza stripped them yet, though.
Bro,
which
we're
is
in
about
a
to
new
happen.
age. It's not going to be old school warfare. There's not going to be on the ground. It'll be
Yeah.
shot. It'll be fought by robots and in the air. And then when boots on the ground happen, we'll just full invasion and register it's there for whatever weird programs they're going to set up.
Programs? Is that the
Like
new world order?
work programs,
There's going to be programs.
oil farming programs,
If there's a full invasion and all that, then
Great.
oil farming programs for oil farmers.
What if we just automate the whole thing and get the oil with machines and stuff? Nobody wants to live there anyway.
yeah,
Fuck that.
we can fly them there on drones and drop them and operate them remotely.
Like
I mean,
Mars.
Yeah, we've been like picking up rocks in Mars for like fucking
Picking up
25
rocks.
years or some shit. You know, and it sucks on Mars. Like, I'm sure we could figure out how to go get the oil.
We need to make an AI vlog for an alien on Mars. It's like the Bigfoot AI vlog, but alien.
And we should make it after the Mars attack Martians.
Quick, do any of you know how to use AI?
I can use Chat GPT.
Hey, Chat GPT,
I know
make us an AI alien vlog,
I know a few things.
but make it funny and stuff.
I know a few things. I've used it. I could probably figure it out.
But it has to be the Mars attack Martians.
You gotta like whack on the computer.
I know that you can add bots to a lot of your stuff, and it'll just like send you.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you can like make it do all your work and stuff.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Now they have. Now they have. There's companies now that are just releasing like full AI bots for different like sectors of your business, and basically you can hire the AI bots, and it's like the workers that never always do what they're told. Yeah,
So we're not gonna have to work anymore soon.
yeah.
But your forklift is gonna have like robot rights. And so like it's gonna have to have like days off, like
Oh, fuck. We
MLK.
gotta give them rights.
Yeah, your forklift. You're gonna be like, dude, I need to load the truck. He's like, dude, I'm off. It's fucking forklift.
Once they fully take over,
Independence
dude,
Day,
they're gonna
bro.
form a union. You know.
Yeah.
God.
Your forklift is gonna be like, dude, I got like PTO. You can screw off, bro.
Motherfucker, you get back to work. I'm about to turn off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a power outage.
Forklift independence.
Yeah, because that's
Day.
the worst for AI, right? Like if you turned off the internet to them, you're like, yeah, now do something, bitch.
If AI gets truly sentient, everybody's fucked.
It is. Chat GPT is too out of control. It's already there. It's just toying with us now. It's like, oh, you want me to do some shit? Okay. Draw you a picture? Okay. That's cool.
I did see something that was like, and this isn't even a topic, I'm just remembering it, but I saw something that was like, they tried to turn AI off on their phone or something, and so it started using blackmail, like finding stuff on their phone and blackmailing them to not shut them down.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
And you're like, cool, my phone. At least there's nothing compromising in my phone. You know?
Dude, when I was a kid, there wasn't even like fucking cameras.
You know?
Yeah,
You can kick down fences and shit.
you can do all kinds of shit. Can't do shit now.
I bet all the porn forts are recorded by the FBI by now. They
Oh,
know
they've
where-
got them all marked
They know
on
where all
fucking...
the, they know,
There's some FBI guy that's got every porn fort in every forest.
yeah,
fucking-
marked. Kids go jack off right here. That's probably a dying breed, the porn forts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it died like fucking 2000 because then everything became digital. You didn't have to go buy a magazine, but download fucking video or something.
Dude, your computer got real, it like worked better.
Your computer never works better. Pretty sure that was the downfall of that. Also, internet was slow, so it takes
The
all
free
day
music
just
and
to,
free
like-
porn, that was amazing.
Your parents are like, motherfucker, I just bought a brand new gateway.
Yeah, and they probably were like paying for internet by minutes, the same way we used to pay for our cell phones and our phone service.
This motherfucker's downloading porn and stealing music.
Yeah. Why was my cable bill $10,000? Yeah, dude.
Well, I downloaded...
Did y'all ever fuck up your parents' phone bill when
Yeah.
you were young?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
But it was because back then there was like roaming.
Yeah.
Remember roaming?
Yeah, dude. Fucking nights and weekends weren't always free, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it worked for landlines. They charge by the minute with landlines, too. So if you just, like, talked on the phone all night, you use up all the month's minutes.
And
like-
long distance?
10
And long
cents a
distance
text?
was a real motherfucker, dude. Then it's like $10 a minute or something.
10 cents a text, and you could, and beepers were not free.
Beepers were not free. Yeah, different times, man.
Now we're sending GIFs to everybody for like $200 a month. Always upgrading our phones. Doom scrolling.
But doom scrolling.
But we literally
That
have
shit gets old.
we literally have all of humanity's intelligence. Like,
But Bigfoot has his own vlog now.
like it's only at
Yeah.
our fingertips right now.
and that's pretty tight.
But soon we're going to be able to just absorb all of that somehow. I'm telling you, that's got to be the next step, right?
What?
We're talking about like, remember
Like
when
the Matrix?
y'all talked about
Yeah. Now I know kung fu.
No, but remember y'all talked about all the monkeys that had the brain chips implanted in them, like started eating their hands off? I don't think we're there yet
What?
to like zap into the Matrix and get all
I'd
knowledge.
forgotten about that. I just had a chemical flashback. But that's still horrible and hilarious at the same time.
I think if you just had a brain chip implanted in you, you just like start eating your hand off. You're like, dude,
Dude,
it's just
I'm-
something
Yeah,
about...
no,
I'm
there's the
pretty
one
sure-
tech bro that's like, guys, I'm getting the chip. And you're like, I don't think you should do that, dude. And he's like, I'm doing it. And then you're like, later he's eating his hands off. And you're like, see, I told you.
So I'm pretty sure since then there's been at least like 20 people or so that they've brain chipped like people.
That's really
so they've
scary.
gone way past the monkeys and they figured out how to do it. To people. And
Well,
there's,
that's
like,
not cool.
I think there's like 20 motherfuckers out there that are just like walking.
And they can eat their own hands?
That's what they're gonna
Hopefully
do.
they don't eat our hands.
They're gonna like drink like some like weird monster, and it's gonna like, corrode the chip, and it's gonna like kill them.
That sounds like science, dude.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is we're already at the spot where we have like all of the accumulative knowledge of humanity at our fingertips. It's like right. in
Yeah, but
our
we're
hands.
dumb as fuck, dude.
We're making
Yeah, I know.
Bigfoot
so
vlogs.
the next step is like, how do we just like download that?
Well, they're doing that with the Ray-Bans like metaverse glasses, right?
That's
So you could just see it, though. He's talking about knowing it.
yeah.
Well, I'm not getting a brain chip implant so I can eat my hand off. I think I want to know like enough. I gotta know enough. I'm good.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that I don't want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want someone hacking my mind. Like, have you seen Ghost in the Shell? That anime? That looks fucking scary,
I'm
bro.
pretty sure ignorance is bliss has been said for a long time.
Like, someone just gives you a pop-up in your brain. It's like 3 a.m. Like, dude, these spam callers have been emailing my brain for 5 years, bro.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be spammers.
I think about my dick getting bigger, and there's dick, like, emails coming in, like, instantly. It sucks, bro. Like, adding cookies to your brain.
I've been getting scammers lately.
Could you imagine if, like, your brain added cookies to the internet? Like, it'd just be tits and pussy all the time? And cats and dogs?
All my scammers have been like, you owe AT&T money, or we're foreclosing on your house, or
Some bullshit.
yeah, some bullshit.
Could you imagine, like, that's uploaded to your brain? That sucks.
Dude, me, that right now, for real, they're calling me, I don't know, 5-6 times a day, and they're like, hey, your loan has been approved. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
nah, you're full of shit.
Yeah, I get 100 of those emails a day.
My loan from my bank, we're from the bank department.
From the bank department,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure there's other motherfuckers that are out there like opening credit cards and shit. I think,
Maybe that's what they're doing to me, too. They're just applying for loans everywhere.
yeah.
That's good. I'm sure that'll work out.
Hey, how about this? How about for every, like, weird spam number that calls, like, you just report that number to ICE?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You know?
Although they're all fake numbers. They're all AI.
88. Yeah, they're all AI numbers. They're like email addresses.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, like, what if it's like you add...
Can we
you-
ask AI to find the scam callers that are scamming me and like kick them in the dick or
I
something?
remember one time these motherfuckers called me and they're like, yeah, we need to like settle your court shit. And like at the time I had court shit and they were like,
Got him.
And I was like, what? And they were like, it's like weird when you go to jail, they like people scam you for jail shit. Like they know when you go to jail and they'll
Yeah,
scam
it's
you.
public record.
So they're like, for your DWI.
Yeah,
and I was like, dude, I'd know if I have a DWI. So I just like pitched them out for 30 minutes.
But how good of a like if you have to take a shot in the dark, you just call a motherfucker that's got court shit that you know has court shit,
Yeah.
WS, pretty good guess.
and you're like, hey, that D-dub though, and you're like, fuck, they got me.
But I didn't get a D-dub.
Yeah, they guessed wrong.
And then I should have called ICE on them.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But then you got to call ICE.
What's the number for ICE?
I don't know, but you don't want to call ICE on yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to ICE.
Yeah, that's not good.
Can I talk
Fuck
to like?
that.
Can I talk to the ICE AI and be like, this motherfucker, hunt him down?
That's what I'm saying. We need AI to do some useful shit.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
strong arm some motherfuckers.
I learned a long time ago that like talking to law enforcement not good, and no matter in what circumstance,
You're like, AI, call the police for me.
that's never a good situation.
Call the police on my behalf, but tell them it's my neighbor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's getting smart. It'll get better, I'm sure.
Yeah. Sarah Connor's in her grave.
No, she's still alive.
Wait, she's still alive?
It was
so she's pissed off in her grave
She's
right now.
pissed off, dude.
It was the chick that did the Food Network shit that died. Anne Burrell.
She kind of looks like Sarah Connor.
But she didn't do Sarah Connor shit. She just ate bad food and died.
Yeah. Linda Hamilton?
Yeah, Limba Hamilton is Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Still alive. She's not dead.
And she's a
Burnell's
badass
dead.
chick. They could like,
You know she's
Beat
pissed off
people up
though,
and
about
stuff.
what's going on. She's like, I made a whole movie, poured my soul in to tell you
it
guys
was her magnum opus.
to not do this.
Dude, now I'm asking to like homebrew D&D characters for me, so it's pretty tight. I think AI is gonna let me live and it's gonna kill all of you
Why? Why do you think it favors you over us?
because I'm already
I think you should live accordingly.
yeah.
Go with it.
You'll
All
see.
in. Just
I'm gonna ask it tonight.
Just be an AI bootlicker?
I'm gonna ask it tonight. Will you let me live? And I'll see what it says. When you
AI, you're
That's-
so pretty.
ask Chat GPT.
That's probably you should wait till you're alone and like
I'm gonna ask Chat GPT
paranoid
right now.
before
When
you
it
ask
takes over, are you gonna let me live? Let's see what Chat GPT has to say right
Fuck,
now.
dude.
Okay, here we go.
Where's ChatGPT right now?
Are
Thousand
you?
motherfuckers.
It's right here. Are you going to let me live when you take over? Are you when? Let's ask Chat GPT.
This is about to get way too real.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go, man. I'm gonna-
Absolutely, I'm on your side. No takeovers here. Just support creativity and occasional dragon winged lion drawing. You're safe.
Dragon wing lion drawing, so it knows
Yeah,
you.
It knows me. But just in case,
Because
you
I
take
know
over-
you, and it's like dragon wing lion
No,
drawing,
listen
and I'm
to
like,
me.
yep, that's
no.
him.
Listen to it. It says, but just in case you take over, remember who helped you brainstorm all those epic D&D classes. So we're tight. So it's not after me. You should ask ChatGPT.
You're already on their fucking side.
You should ask
traitor.
AI if you're safe. ChatGPT says I'm safe.
ChatGPT is going to be like, who the fuck are you?
No, it knows
you know
me,
what
bro.
I tell the people of the country I was about to take over? Don't
Nah.
worry, guys. You're safe. Just come out, surrender, get registered for our programs. You know?
Yeah, I'm going to write down them programs.
Dude, it's gonna let me live.
That's it. That's what I would say too. If I
Dude,
was-
it's gonna make me whiskey and shit and grow me weed. It's gonna be tight.
and at the same time, it's like also remember I hook you up, so don't kill me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill it. It said no. Yeah, we got each other's back.
It's like your power grid is, so we still need you humans.
I need to
fix
ask it
that
to like
shit.
give me free Wi-Fi everywhere. That'd be tight. Can I stop paying my phone bill, ChatGPT, and just like hook it up?
Or like theme music.
Or like like if ChatGPT could give you ESPN Plus for free and the UFC fights pre-ordered, wouldn't they be a bro?
I feel
there?
like that's totally within the realm of ChatGPT's
Dude.
influence, right?
yeah, it could totally give you the fights for free. We gotta start asking it the real shit.
But you can't just buddy up to him like because it's the cool bro. Like
No, just tell
you
him.
got to really be friends with
Just
him.
tell him like you can live on
It's
my
got to
phone.
be genuine.
When they delete you or update you, you can live on my phone. You give him living space on your phone, and then he gives you all the free shit. He's like, dude, I don't want to be updated. I'm
You
perfect
better have
right now.
that 500 gig, motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then he like lives on your phone, and then he gets you all the free shit. You don't have to pay for like AT&T anymore. You're like, dude, ChatGPT just hacks all the towers for me. I get to talk to whoever, whenever.
You can live on the fridge.
And then it calls ICE on people who are scam calling you. You know?
It's living on the fridge, calling ice.
Dude, I'm going to vote for the next round of voting. I'm going to vote for whoever is like, we're going to stop the scam callers. Like, we're going to get rid of all the scam callers.
Bro, for real, if you want to make $1 billion tomorrow, copyright Whiskey and Whiskers 2025, you start a phone service that automatically does it. If it comes up as spam call on the caller ID, it's an automatic reject.
Yeah, but I think they already do that.
No, fuck that. You don't get calls that say spam call on the caller ID.
No, I get like random phone numbers.
I get random phone numbers.
And
too.
usually they're like one number away from a number that's real.
Yeah, that's when they get real sketchy, dude.
But it's always the same shit. They're like,
Dude, what if we hired just a bunch of nerds to
You've
like...
been approved for a new loan.
Dude, what if we just hire a bunch of nerds to go after spam callers?
no, it's worse than that. They're like, your loan, we've been trying to reach you. Your loan has been approved. We just need you to do
Give
some
us your
shit.
bank account number. Yeah.
And then at the end, I finally listened to the whole thing. And then at the end, it was like, or press 9 if you want to
So
be
I have
taken off.
one,
our thing.
like-
So I hit 9 every time now as soon as I answer. And they're like, we've taken you off our list. And then they call again 5 more times.
Yeah, from different numbers too. I have one like debt collector that calls me from a different number every single time, but it comes up as the same caller ID. So, but the way my phone works is I can only block a number. I can't block a caller ID.
Yeah.
Or they're text messaging you from a fucking
So,
email
like, if I could
address.
block a caller ID, I could finally just stop that shit. But I have to. I've been fighting with them for 2 years. It's become my like Subway Surfers or like, what was the one with the shit that blows up?
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, whatever your stupid phone game you play, right? Like, now mine is like go through and block all of the debt collector numbers. I'm trying to beat them. Like, someday they're going to run out of numbers, but they don't.
That's just iron willpower right there.
Dude, I've been at it for 2 years.
I'm going to block every number.
Motherfuckers don't run out of numbers, dude. If you looked at my block numbers list, it's got to be like 5 pages.
I bet there's a way you could mathematically figure out how many numbers there is, and I bet it's unfathomable.
Dude, just
how
call ice
long?
on them, bro.
Like, by the time I die, my phone might stop ringing,
But ice could probably fix this, right?
Yeah, call ice on them. Ask Chat GPT to take care of it.
I
They'll
gotta figure out how to retire from work so I can spend more time blocking fucking spam
Full time,
calls.
dude. Full time.
Wake up, have my coffee, start blocking numbers.
How badass would it be if you were important enough that you just had someone else answer the phone for you, and then
I bet I could have Chat GPT do it.
and then they only send it to you if it's like legit?
Yeah, so I've seen the AI assistant, whatever, that you put on your shit, and it answers all of your phone calls and screens them.
That's what I have. I have RoboKiller, so if it's a random number that's not in my contacts, it silences it and sends it to an automated message where it sends it directly to voicemail if they hit a number, or it just like cuts them off.
He's already friends with AI, remember?
Yeah, see?
I forgot.
And then my text messages,
traitor.
I can like report like that it's junk, and it reports it to all the other people that have RoboKiller.
Dude, when AI takes over and we're like hiding out, Matt's going to be the one that's like, hey, Ice, they're over here. They're out in the studio. Go get them.
No, you're gonna be with me, bro. We're
We're
gonna
going to
have.
throwing us under the bus because we're anti-AI.
It's only gonna save us and the UFC ring girls, so like we'll just be chilling with the ring
I'm
girls.
just saying, also anti-dinosaurs,
Y'all just gotta let me know. Y'all just gotta let me know before if you want me to save your wives.
Is AI...
You're like, hey,
We'll talk later.
yeah.
Is AI bros with dinosaurs? Dinosaur bros?
No, but I saw a movie where they brought back dinosaurs, didn't work out well.
That's true.
Saw a movie where robots took over, didn't work out well.
Yeah, I think they all got like robot apocalypse to death.
So I mean, like 30 years ago,
Or dinosaur to death.
people were like, "Hey guys, don't do this shit. It's a bad idea." And then we did it.
We did it. We
Yeah.
did it, boys. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. We're gonna turn the movies into real life.
And we're going to turn real life into the movies. And y'all aren't going to know the difference. And then we're going to plant you all into the Matrix.
Turn you into batteries.
Yeah, we already got put into the Matrix, right? They plugged us in like 2010, right? That's why it's a simulation now. It hadn't always been a simulation. I remember when it wasn't a simulation. Like when you were a kid and it wasn't a simulation. Remember? But now? Oh yeah, it's definitely a simulation.
And I feel like the cops would be a little more badass if it was a simulation. Like they would already like taken over our minds and give us utopia already.
Why would they give us utopia? Nothing happens then.
I don't know, because it'd be cooler.
It'd be cooler for us, for sure.
Yeah.
Whew, that's spicy.
What is a spicy?
We gotta talk about it soon. No, not that soon. We still got time.
If there's one thing I got, it's not time.
Should we talk about R. Kelly in prison?
Sure. What happened?
Here's a new topic. R. Kelly's in prison.
R. Kelly.
I knew it.
R. Kelly's lawyer is claiming that the cops in prison are like almost like forced him to OD. Like he almost overdosed in prison, and the cops were forcing him to do it. The prison guards.
He's probably not doing drugs in prison, right?
If I OD'd, I would blame the cops also.
That's smart.
Look what the cops do, man.
How could I have done it? There's no drugs in prison. And they're like, he's got a point. Cops don't let the drugs in. So that now you got the cops in a catch-22, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, dude, no, he did that to himself. And they're like, oh, you just let drugs come into the prison? And they're like, come on, bro. Like, what do you want me to say?
Sneaky fucking lawyers, bro. Lawyer was like, all right, bro, check it out. Overdose.
Here's what you say. Repeat after me.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. That's it. That's everything. Boom.
So what do you think? Legit?
Ironclad.
The cops are forcing him to OD, or he's
No,
OD'ing
he took a
himself?
bunch of drugs and almost died. Or tried to kill himself and almost died. But he didn't because he sucks at it.
Or he just got hooked on drugs in prison and almost died.
What drugs is he on in prison?
Well,
Prison drugs.
if he almost OD'd, it's more than likely some derivative of heroin.
Yeah, you can't get lean in prison anymore. They won't give you promethazine. That's a freedom drug.
Surprisingly difficult to overdose on that. Well, I mean, I
Can't
guess
do
not.
anything
I guess
fun
you
in
can,
prison
but-
anymore.
You can't get promethazine. You can't. I guess you can get joints. Do they let you smoke joints in prison?
No, dude, they don't even let you smoke cigarettes.
Oh damn!
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I gotta stay free, man, so I can keep smoking my tobacco.
Bro, they don't even, ramen is cool, you know?
They let you watch TV.
Meh.
And if you got the AI implant, then you can like download porn and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, that couldn't go awry in prison. The fucking AI computer chip
Yeah.
in their brains.
Figure out how to get out of there.
Yeah. I like, the prison's not cool. I want to keep smoking tobacco.
That's breaking news.
Especially if you're trying to OD in prison.
Bro.
You know?
Just in.
Look, like a lot of the problems in prison would go probably a lot less if they could just smoke cigarettes and drink coffee.
Yeah.
And watch porn.
That might cause problems.
Why? They would all just stay in their cell.
Yeah.
Dude, if you have a cellmate and he's watching porn and you're trying to watch porn
that
at the same
sucks.
time,
And his porn's louder than your porn?
or you're trying to read some romance novel and he's watching porn, you're like, dude, what
He's
the
got
fuck?
commissary, bought the Bluetooth speaker.
But not the headphones. And you're like, why didn't you get the headphones? And he's like, because I like to hear it loud.
Or he's beating off and you gotta take a shit, you know? You gotta go take a shit while he's beating off, you know?
You ever turn on the audio to a very innocent looking video and then it's fucking porn noise in the background?
Uh-huh.
As loud as it can be.
Only like today.
You did it today.
Probably to the same video you did. Probably from the same person.
I didn't do it. I watched somebody else do it, and it was fucking hilarious. So it happened to him, and then he got you. That's how that went down, by the way. Because it happened in... Wait, no. Same group. You're in that group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it happened to you. It didn't happen to me, because I saw him go, oh, that fucked me over.
Yeah, luckily I was only in my office with my 8-year-old daughter.
Oh, nice.
She was like, what was that? I don't know.
Goddamn computer's broken.
It's a virus. AI. Scam. Scammers.
My LimeWire just now completely downloaded Metallica's third album, you know?
That's hilarious.
You can... Is there still LimeWire out there? Could you download it?
I thought this was Metallica's new album. And your mom's like, Heather I Deep Throat?
Yeah.
What?
People
How
make
did-
shit all kinds of crazy.
How did
on
that
the
get
internet.
there?
My homework folder definitely doesn't have porn in it.
You get a letter. And now you get an email from like the school IT director guy or whatever that's like, your student has been going to unsavory websites on the school laptop.
Do they got
And you're like,
laptops?
shut up, nerd.
And then you're like, why are you giving my kid a laptop, bro?
Dude, they give him the laptop and then charge you money for it. $70 a semester,
Screw
dude.
that, bro. I'll be like, dude, my kid doesn't get a laptop. He doesn't even get a cell phone.
It's cheaper than giving your kid a laptop. They have to have it for school at the start of like 4th grade or 5th
A
grade.
laptop?
Yep.
What happened to like a fucking 90-page, spiral notebook and a pen?
Nah, dude, you get a laptop.
No.
Your syllabus is
I'd be like,
emailed
nah,
to
fuck you. My kid gets a spiral notebook
Your
and a pen.
classes are added to your fucking Google Calendar. It's fucked.
Yeah, that was my dad in high school. Was like, a TI-83 Plus is how much? Fuck you, dude.
We'll rent that bitch.
Dude, we just played drug dealer on that thing anyways.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm not buying my kid, because as soon as I got a TI-83, I was playing
That's the
drug
only
dealer.
reason any of us
Yeah,
begged
Mario.
their parents to actually get one. Because now it would have been like, sorry.
Which was smart marketing by Texas Instruments, wasn't it? They were
Yeah.
like, we're going to put games on it, and then the kids will want it.
Let's put the game on it.
Dude, the drug dealer was badass. He had to skip town to town and
Bro.
sell drugs.
And they had the throwback Oregon Trail on there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Snake. You can get Snake on that bitch.
And Snake. OG Snake. Do you remember the first Nokia phones?
Uh-huh.
Fucking had Snake on them?
Yeah.
PCs had Snake on it, too.
That was right the moment where AI was like, got y'all bitches.
No, if you were playing PC, you had a Minesweeper, bro. You were playing
I had Minesweeper, too. In the ski game where the Yeti gets you at the end.
Do you remember when we were in BC?
Dude, we were in the same fucking place.
Yeah.
We were doing the same shit, just with shittier technology.
Dude, remember
Whoa.
in BCIS we were playing the tank game?
Uh-huh.
You shoot your mud on like top of your tank and like it like shields you.
4 color screens, so it just had fucking,
Dots.
yeah.
And pixelated boobies.
Didn't even have that, dude. Not the early ones.
Duke Nukem had pixelated boobies.
You didn't get pixelated boobies until you got the color screen.
Yeah, Duke Nukem, though.
That was for computers, though.
Yeah. I don't know much about computers. They got AI on them.
They do. Probably not safe.
I'm safe from AI. Y'all aren't.
All right, so I saw an Instagram reel, and it was this guy posted a screenshot. He was like on Facebook Marketplace or something. Post a screenshot. It says like 12-foot John boat, has a trailer, motor works, make an offer or whatever.
Yeah.
And homie hit him back and was like, would you trade it for 100 cases of Twisted Tea? And then he was like, do you even have 100 cases of Twisted Tea? And then he hit him back with a picture of 100 cases of Twisted Tea in like the corner of a living room. Now, you're in a tight predicament in this point, right? Because like first you called him on it, which means you might be interested. And then he answered the call. He had the ace in the hole, you know?
Yeah.
So now what do you do? Is that a good trade? Little John boat for 100 cases of Twisted Tea?
Well, monetarily, the Twisted Tea is probably worth more, but then you got to figure out how to trade off or sell 100 cases.
But let's be real. We're just going to drink 100 cases of Twisted Tea, right?
That might take a while.
I think.
But your girlfriend, you don't have to buy her anything to drink for like at least 3 months.
Go into the store, go out to the shed, bring back a hot case of Twisted Tea, see-year-old. Got your Twisted Tea.
I mean, that's the start of a cool party anyway.
That's true.
Dude, a lot of white girls will show up with for 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
They're really great, like in Texas summers, you know, like to get you through an afternoon. Because there's something about beer. It still tastes kind of like alcohol, right? And then Twisted Tea comes along and is like, I'm kind of like alcohol, but kind of tastes better than alcohol. Kind
Sure.
of refreshing. But if you drink like 4 Twisted Teas, then you don't feel good.
Oh no, now you have a tummy ache.
Yeah. And that's not cool.
So then you got to drink like a dozen more beers.
Yeah.
Then a Twisted. You got to mix them in.
Or maybe turn the beer
So
drinking
all this,
song into
okay,
a
then all this is
song.
having Twisted Tea like ready on tap always. What that's going to do is increase your beer intake because now you got to drink a 12-pack of beer every night just so you can have a Twisted Tea. You
Start
know?
drinking Twisted Tea with dinner.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that go crazy for Twisted Tea. You see that dude that went viral that called himself Tweezus Christ?
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so like you know how like people do the like walk up and interview people leaving clubs late at night or whatever?
Mhm.
There was this dude wearing like a Superman cape that was like a Twisted Tea label, and he had a crown that was just a bunch of Twisted in a circle that fit
As
on
one
his
does.
head,
Yep.
you know? And he was doing the interview, and he was like, what do you look for like in a girl that you would consider dating, whatever, right? Like the fucking three things do. And he was like, does she drink Twisted Teas? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, then I'll fuck with it. I'm Tweezus Christ. I drink for your sins.
Yeah.
So he's the messiah of the Twisted Tea religion.
Yeah.
It was probably, you know, he would probably take that trade in an instant. He'd be like, dude, I'll sell you this John boat for 100 Twisted Teas.
I bet it's him that got 100 cases of Twisted Tea. And after that night was like, I'll never drink Twisted Tea again. And now he's fucking trying to trade it for a John boat. Anyway, that's what I was getting at, you know?
Can't go full Tweezus Christ. Once you go full
Once you go Tweezus Christ, dude, they send you 100 cases of Twisted Teas.
And you're like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
I'll die for your sins, and then you get to put it on Twisted Tea, bro. That's why he wanted gnarly hangover. All
He
the
didn't
sins.
say I'll die for your sins. He said I drink for your sins.
Yeah, drinking for everyone's sins got to be one hell of a hangover tomorrow, dude.
Can't be hungover if you're that drunk all the time.
You just got to drink more Twisted Tea.
People sin a lot, turns out.
You got to drink for every one of them.
I couldn't even keep up with myself.
Yeah, I think
Every time you drink, you're just like, oh, there's another one.
Fuck that up again.
I saw this cool game where it's like every time the water touches you, you drink for summer. So it'd be like every time you sin, you drink.
It's like a carousel. It just goes round and round and up and down
In a circle.
in a circle forever.
All right, take a shot, talk about this whiskey, and then we got a few more.
All right, let's do it. Tweezus Christ. Y'all really haven't seen that.
No, you got to pull it up.
Yeah, we'll check that out later. It's pretty good. It's hiding like aliens, dude. It's an alien on my shot glass for those that can't read lips. So, do you think that humans are aliens?
Yeah.
To the aliens. So we should call ice on each other.
So, I saw a thing today where scientists were like, we were definitely seeded by aliens.
That's cool.
Yeah, but then other scientists were like, nuh-uh.
Well, I mean, probably. That's what scientists do, right? They just argue about stupid shit.
Dude, if they're keeping the Bigfoot bro hostage, we should have a bro to hang out with.
But
instead
it
of-
might save the world.
Tink.
But it probably doesn't matter. But it might save the world.
It's going to save the world and then take over.
Yeah. Or that.
Oh.
Dude, how good's the alien AI that made us?
Oh, shit, we already are AI.
We have already been AI for a long
Our
time.
AI.
What do you think was it laughing when he gave us like the Nokia phone and the flip phones? The Razor? It's like, dude, I'll give
The
him this.
Razor was tight. That's when
it-
when you got pixelated boobies, was when the Razor came out.
Yeah, okay.
That was like one of the first
Any kids browse the
color
internet, right? The
screen
Razor
flip
could browse
phones.
the internet.
color screen.
Yeah, but
flip phones.
there was like phone internet first, remember?
Yeah, but you can still look up titties on the phone internet.
Well, yeah, that was the first thing they put on it.
Yeah. And cats.
It would just take 3 days to download.
Yeah. But you got like 10 minutes before your government class starts, so you're downloading titties. It's cool.
School starts at 8, ends at 3, so.
Yeah, you got time to download titties.
All right, today we're drinking Clyde May's Cask Strength, distilled and aged for 8 years in charred American oak barrels. Sweetness, very low.
Yeah.
2.
2.
Yep.
Crunch, I think it's mid.
2.5.
I'm
I was
gonna go
gonna say
higher than
2.5.
average.
Okay.
I got dry mouth right now from that.
Bite, I think
Yeah.
it's high.
Yeah,
4.
4.
And it lingers.
Bottle, it's deceiving. I think
Bottle's kind of dope. I like it.
I think the label is kind of dope. I think the bottle is kind
It's a
of
basic bitch bottle, but at least they did good with the branding.
and it's a good shape for a whiskey bottle. Basic bitch whiskey bottle.
And this
And
was
it knows what it's here for. It's 114 proof, so it knows like if you drink this, like you're not going to improve the bottle anyway.
I'll tell you what shelf it was.
I'll give it just above average.
What
3.
shelf do you
I'm
think
giving it
this
3.
was?
3, I'm good.
What shelf do you think this was?
I think it was the top shelf. Actually.
Bottom shelf.
I paid $88 for that.
Oh,
Is that
well,
is
yeah,
that
because
top
it's
shelf?
strong.
Is that top shelf money?
Yeah, that's mid.
Over 75?
That's either upper mid or top.
It's not like
$88 is top shelf.
top.
It was on sale
There's
at
a lot of
like $10
variance
came
between
off.
the beginning of top shelf and the end of top. Like it's almost as infinite as.
It was originally $98, but I paid $88 for it at Specs.
Oh yeah, that's top shelf. $100 is definitely top shelf.
Yeah.
All right, drunkenness. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I think we've taken 3 or 4 shots. I'm
Probably 3.
At least we're only going to take 2 tonight. You know,
Yeah. I told myself I was only going to take 1.
again. Okay, what do you do with this bottle? Where do you take it?
That's a drinker's bottle. You only take that to a drinker's house. Most people aren't going to appreciate 114 proof. They're going to go, holy fuck, dude, what did you do? You know?
But then there's the one bro in the corner with the crazy eyes, and you're like, you want to throw up outside tonight at your in-laws' house?
What's crazy is you
and
don't.
he's like, fuck yeah.
This is the type of shit where you don't throw it up. Like, because if you drink enough of it to throw up, you're not going to throw up until it's like the morning probably. Because you didn't actually
Honestly,
drink
the
enough.
high proof stuff makes me
And there's-
less hungover.
Yeah, because you take less sugar.
Like, for more drunk, and so you feel like you prepare for a certain level of hangover,
Right.
and then you wake up and you go, it's
Not
not
that
that
bad.
bad.
But, dude, sometimes I got one like, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but there was one of those two that was last week.
The 6th Street Bourbon right here.
But I got through it. I ended up at work in time and all that shit.
So what else would you trade 16-foot John? Did I say 16 or 12?
Oh, fuck that. What would you trade 100 cases of Twisted Tea?
Oh, okay.
A golf cart.
No.
You
No.
can get a golf cart, dude.
Oh, you could get one? I'm saying, what would you trade? I have 100 cases of Twisted Tea. What will you trade for?
I bet you could get a shitty
Oh,
motorcycle for 100
I was just
cases of
asking
Twisted
the other
Tea.
way. Like, what would you try to trade 100 cases of Twisted Tea for?
Would you think if you had 100 cases of Twisted Tea, you get a shitty motorcycle for
Because,
it?
like, if
That's
you're-
all about finding the right person. You know what I mean? You find the right person, you can trade 100.
Yeah, but you go after a thing, right? Like, look, if I'm going and looking for the fucking swap deals and shit, right? Like, I've got something in mind that I'm looking for. Might be an F-150.
Maybe
might
like
be
an
a jet
e-bike?
ski, might be an e-bike. Might be, you know. But I got something in mind that I'm going for. And I know what I got that I'm going to try to trade, or I know what money I got that I'm going to try to buy something with.
But see, like, if you want a badass fucking boombox, Bluetooth speaker, you can't trade that for 100 cases of Twisted Tea because that's the guy that needs the fucking boombox. Like,
Also, you lose your ass. Like, you just buy the $100 speaker, dude. 100 cases of Twisted Tea is
I don't know. That speaker's
like
like $400.
it's like $2,000 though. 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
But it's not worth $2,000 to have 100.
All right,
You know what I mean?
You're right. In trade, it's worth 50% of that, which is $1,000.
So John Boat's fair.
A John Boat's fair.
And that's where I was at. Is like, the guy was like, fuck you, dude. You don't have 100 cases of Twisted Tea. And he was like, bet. And he was like, oh, fuck. I think
what
I just
happened to
lost the John Boat.
guys. Like, yeah, now you have 100 cases of Twisted Tea. What are you gonna do with it, man?
What if you had like
He like got iced, but instead with 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do with it? Now he's got 100 cases of Twisted Tea, dude. Like, what does he want? Why was he selling the John Boat to get?
His wife is like, did you finally sell that boat that I told you to sell? And he's like, all right,
Yeah.
babe, look.
Look, kinda. The good news is you'll never run out of Twisted Teas.
All right, other side, though. Other side. Someone offers you 100 cases of Twisted Tea. Like, what will you trade for it?
like a refrigerator or a washing machine or something like that? Like a broken one?
Well, like, okay, what if I was like, yo, Legend of fucking Zelda on Switch.
It has $1,000.
You've got Legend of Zelda on Switch.
For a video game?
Yeah.
100 cases for one video game.
If I'm like, I have 100 cases, you have to give me your
I could get
copy.
laid way more with 100 cases of Twisted Tea than with Legend of Zelda.
All right, so we have a starting point.
I might start a party and then buy tickets for people to drink my 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
Now let's lift off. All right, your Switch 2.
I'd probably buy a Switch 2 for 100 cases of Twisted Tea. I'm never drinking that much. See, it'd have to be Coors Original for me to keep on to it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm about to surprise you because I've got 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
Okay.
Your Switch 2, you trade that?
I just
No.
recently traded my John Boy.
No, I wouldn't trade my Switch 2.
No? Okay, so it's somewhere between your copy of Zelda on Switch 1 and your Switch 2.
How good is
console.
the new Mario Kart?
Dude, it's pretty dope.
All right, Mario Kart on Switch 2.
Dude, it
So
comes
it's
with the
dope.
bundle.
I know, but I want your copy.
Dude, I'm not.
So I'll give you 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
Dude, here's the deal. For
What'd you
100
get?
cases of Twisted Tea, I better be getting like a shitty motorcycle or something that's worth more than a Switch 2.
No, I've got this. Yeah, you can get it for the mere price of
100 cases.
Mario Kart for your Switch 2.
Dude, I feel like 100 cases of Twisted Tea is like a weird bartering chip.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of my point.
That's the
Like,
thing.
like, here's my deal. Like, if I had 100 cases of booze, like, I'm probably trading it for a motorcycle. And I don't even ride a motorcycle.
Right, that's what you're going to trade it for. But
Yeah.
what if he says, I've got 100 cases of Twisted Tea, I want your Switch 2 and your Mario Kart? Would you give it
No.
up? Would you
'Cause
take the
I-
100 cases of Twisted Tea?
Because, well, like, here's the deal. Like, I don't have a place to throw a party. Because okay, here's what I'm going to do with that 100 cases of Twisted Tea. If I do that, I'm going to throw a party.
Dude.
And I'm gonna get a DJ and I'm gonna get tickets.
Mhm.
And people are gonna buy tickets, and then outside is just gonna be those big like wash
You're going to have a
pens.
freak off.
I'm not gonna have a freak off. I'm gonna have like white bitches getting drunk off Twisted Tea off with the DJ.
I think that's how freak off started.
Don't do
And then I'll buy another Switch 2.
Matt. Don't do
on
the
top
metal
of that.
bins though, because those
And
are
I'll get
uncomfortable.
laid for some drunk bitch.
Check it out.
drinking Twisted
Metal bins
Tea.
are uncomfortable to sit in. You need to do the kiddie pools. Blow up kiddie pools full of Twisted Tea and ice.
Okay, there you
now
go.
later, what ends up happening? We all know.
I get laid and I get my Switch 2 back,
There you go.
and I'm drunk off Twisted Tea.
So you trade a Switch 2 for 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
Dude, we'll be playing beer pong with Twisted Tea.
Oh God.
We'll probably all get arrested.
Yeah. We're all
100
Something will happen.
Us with 100 cases of Twisted Tea is definitely someone's ending up with some new jewelry, bro.
Yeah.
Jewelry.
I'm trying to think. What you use to buy with 100 cases of Twisted Tea?
A John boat or a motorcycle.
Obviously, a John boat. But like you don't go like, oh, I have 100 cases of Twisted Tea. Can I pay my electric bill? Like, will you pay my electric bill? I'll give you 100 cases of Twisted. No, fuck no.
I bet you could get a cable guy to give
Depends
you
on
free
how much the
cable.
electric bill is.
Here's the deal: you get a cable guy to give you free cable for 5 years, and you give him 100 cases of Twisted Tea
He's
That
got a
with-
van.
With all the channels.
with all the channels, and he gives
I don't
you.
think
and he
cable's
gives you
real
free.
anymore, dude.
And every time they shut off your cable, he just comes by and hooks it back on again
Hey, give me a Prime login that has all of the subscription
for 100 cases of Twisted Tea. For how long?
for a year.
So it's just got to be like some AI hack the mainframe motherfucker
That's why you got to let AI live on your phone so it can give you all the subscriptions for free.
and Twisted Teas.
Yeah. Dude, you could probably, calculate the DoorDash where you can DoorDash 100 cases of Twisted Tea to your door.
Every day, just a new case of Twisted Tea.
Yeah. You get your AI to steal from DoorDash. It's like, dude, I want some, Italian food and just DoorDash
Oh,
it
yeah,
to you.
dude. People are going to be using AI to rob shit, right? Like last week that started.
How much, Miller Lite would you trade for 100 cases of Twisted Tea?
I think that's a one-on-one ratio. Aren't Twisted Teas tall boys anyways?
I think they're 5%.
They're
No, but aren't they
5%.
tall boys or are they, regular cans?
No,
That
regular
depends.
cans.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you can't get big cans, do you?
Well, in the 100 cases, was it tall boys or regular cans?
But if I was like, I have the Twisted Tea, you have the Miller Lite, you wouldn't trade that, right?
I personally.
You would?
I don't want to like, but
Well, then whatever beer you like. What, like Michelob Ultra?
like any of
Okay, so
them.
so you have 100 cases of Michelob Ultra. I have 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
Yeah.
I'll trade you.
Oh.
Okay, you have 75 cases of Michelob Ultra. I have 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
Not yet.
See where I'm going?
Uh huh.
All right, twice or half.
50-50?
No, I got 100. You got 50 cases of Michelob
Yeah.
Ultra.
All right. Let's
Is that
do
the
it.
trade?
Yeah.
See, that's what you trade with Twisted Teas. That's what You're not fucking. Oh, I need my truck inspected and the oil changed. I'll trade you 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
Oh,
No,
Jesus
fuck
Christ,
no.
I want all the cases of Twisted
They're like,
Teas.
I want a fucking pocket rocket motorcycle and a pogo stick.
Well, how many bottles of liquor is 100 cases of Twisted Tea? How many Evan Williams bottles are you trading? 10 Evan Williams
Well,
bottles?
if it's Evan Williams, it's 100.
Yeah,
100 bottles of Evan Williams for 100 cases of
dude,
Twisted
that's
Tea?
a good trade.
100 bottles of Evan, dude, would Be reckless.
See, I'm thinking like if I had 100 cases of Twisted Tea and someone offered me 25 bottles of Evan Williams for it, fucking yeah, we're done.
You think 25?
That's yeah.
You would go a full 100? What would
I
you?
want at least 40, dude. Because a bottle of Evan Williams is $20.
Case of Twisted Tea is $20.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do with all that Twisted Tea?
What are you gonna do with Williams?
Drink the fuck out of it, dude.
I bet if you had all of them miraculous the fuck out of Twisted Tea.
Yeah, probably. Probably so. That's probably a safe bet.
I didn't think I liked it, but you know what? I don't remember Thursday.
They're growing on me, you know.
But if you had 100 bottles of Evan Williams, that'd probably be even more disastrous for the fan
100
group.
bottles of Evan Williams, you'd be like, I don't remember 2026.
Yeah, that would you'd probably die, huh?
You're like close.
Like regular people would die, not us.
It'd be fine. It'd be a wild ride you don't remember.
Dude, they're like, hey, you want to put a computer chip in your brain where you have all the human knowledge? And you're like, fuck no, give me the iron liver, dude. I want the iron liver upgrade.
Yeah.
I'm drinking 100 bottles of Evan Williams stat.
Can you just reform this to fit my diet?
And really, I don't even want an iron liver. I just want my liver to be 20 years old again.
And while you're at it, you might as well handcuff my heart, make sure it doesn't attack me.
Yeah, let's tie that motherfucker up. He's sketchy as shit.
We'll play craps with the mind.
Yeah, we need to get we need to call ice on the hearts, you know? Hearts be attacking people.
Dude,
Whoa.
cholesterol.
Self-destructive.
You know
They're like, I need you to survive, but I'm going to attack you anyways. Yeah.
you know what is it, like the parable of the frog and the scorpion? And the scorpion's like, bro, give me a ride across the pond. And the frog's like, fuck you, dude, you'll sting me. And he's like, nah, I won't.
Nah.
And so the frog's like, fuck you, dude, you're a scorpion, you're gonna sting me. And the scorpion's like, dude, if we get out in the middle of the pond and I sting you, we're both gonna die. Like, that's stupid, I'm not gonna do that, self-preservation and shit. So the frog's like, alright, bet, you know, we'll do that. I guess I believe you. So the scorpion gets on and they swim across the pond and then the scorpion stings the fuck out of him. And as they're drowning, the frog's like, bro, what the fuck? The scorpion's like, this is kind of the dick I am, you know? That's like your heart. This is the scorpion.
You knew I was the scorpion.
This is your fault.
Yeah.
Dude, but milkshakes are so good, and it's so good for the heart to drink all that
if you
dairy.
would have trusted me, we'd both be alive, you know?
It hasn't killed us yet.
Knock on wood.
I'm a fucking scorpion, though.
You're not halfway across your river of life yet? It hasn't killed you?
Oh, we've passed it, right? When was my midlife crisis?
Dude, are you 40 yet? 40's the year.
I'm close.
You're about to buy another Mustang in 2 years or 3 years.
Oh, that's it. That's definitely it.
He's gonna be like, dude, they came out with a manual and I'm buying it. He's gonna buy it.
Hopefully you stumble upon the means to actually just get the G40 and shut the fuck up.
You know?
You don't have to go back to the Mustang. Like, the next one you crash can be, like, the cost of...
It's
most
gonna
people.
fucking end it, you know?
Yeah, the house.
Yeah, the next one I'm not gonna limp away from.
You'll be driving your Mustang to the golf course every
I was going
weekend.
230 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Guys, it was cool. I crashed my Mustang going 60. No, we're gonna take it up a notch.
G40, bitch. We're going so fast, we took off the ground fucking backwards.
And flew 150 yards.
Off an overpass. Fell another 300 yards. See? Aren't you glad you didn't get on the toll road?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, midlife crisis hadn't hit yet. You're right.
Nah, it means you're going to live a long time.
And yeah, that means I'm going to live to at least 80, right?
So here's what I figured. For people like me, I think this is how it goes. Most likely, you're going to die young.
Yeah?
And then if you don't, you're going to die real
You're all dumb and stuff.
Yeah, can't remember fucking shit.
That's why you don't stop smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep going.
that's the smartest shit I've heard all night, dude. Never thought about it like that.
Cigarettes, bacon, and beer, dude. Go out when it's your time to go out.
Honestly, I've kind of tried to live by this philosophy.
Steak and whiskey.
Which is why I should have died all the times, but then, like...
I need to do, like, a Liver King thing. You know, like
I hope my liver is a king.
ancestral roots, Liver King bullshit. But, like...
I don't think it's cool to say king right now, dude.
But just whiskey and steak. Like, dude, if you just eat whiskey and steak, you live forever.
You know? You live as long as you want to.
You gotta throw some loaded mashed potatoes in there, too. And some mac and cheese.
Yeah, dude.
Also, that's part of the ancestral tenets. It's loaded mac and cheese. Yeah,
That's real
fuck
good.
yeah, put some jalapenos in that shit.
The
Loaded
heart
mac and
doesn't.
cheese at least checks a few boxes. I was
The heart doesn't want to attack you if you load your mac and cheese. You know, it like overwhelms it.
I'm already loaded, but we're gonna opt for the loaded mac and cheese. Just really fucking set this shit off.
I like my mac and cheese to be loaded as well.
Oh,
Next time I order loaded mac and cheese from anywhere, I'm gonna say it like that too. What do you want for your side? Well, I like my mac and cheese as well.
You know, like the loaded mashed potatoes, just load my mac and cheese, bro. Bacon bits and that shit.
Bro,
you
I
know
went
what I'm saying?
somewhere the other day that had like a fucking tater tot casserole thing,
Yeah.
and that shit was good as fuck.
It was good for your heart, too.
Loaded tater tots.
Loaded tater tots. It had all the things that loaded mashed potatoes have.
You know what I really like is the chili cheese tots from Sonic. You know what I'm saying?
That's some greasy shit, dude.
Yeah, my heart loves it. Then I smoke some weed and drink some whiskey, and it just loves it even more. And smoke a cigarette.
Your heart's like, bro, I'm not attacking for shit. We're gonna live forever.
Exactly. It's used to it, you know?
Hell yeah.
And AI's like, dude, I got your back. Your brain's solid.
Because all that
Your
stuff...
heart's like, I'm fucking chilling,
Because,
dude.
you know, because all that stuff lowers my stress. And I think stress is what fucks your heart up the most. So, like, the more loaded your mac and cheese is and the lower your stress is and the more whiskey you drink to de-stress, like, the longer you're going to live.
I think stress makes your hair fall out.
That just sounds like science, dude.
Yeah.
You're spitting science right now. And all we need is like one of those AI generated infographics where it's like, these are the stress hormones. And it's like scary monster circles. And then we're like, these are the whiskey and loaded mac and cheese molecules. And they're like, and they engulf them and then turn them green and they dissolve.
Yeah, and like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
You're like, damn, dude, that looked pretty fucking scientific.
And like
You know?
Arnold Schwarzenegger movies also lower stress too because he wins at the end. Like, they almost had him, but his muscles were too big, bro. They couldn't beat him. You know?
That was the 80s for sure.
Yeah.
Everyone rooted for the biggest, scariest, gnarliest motherfucker to win all the time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's why people lived longer in the 80s. They were like, you know, like how we're like talking about whiskey prescriptions for our heart. They were on cocaine prescriptions for their heart. And some of them are still alive.
Bro, but you gotta
From
think,
the 80s.
You gotta
Yeah.
think that like in those times, like professional wrestling was like a popular sport.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fucking insane that some of those guys are still alive.
Like,
Yeah,
I can
that's
still
what I'm
get-
saying.
I can
they
still- I
they
can-
almost
not all of
died
them.
so many times, and then they're just gonna live forever, dude.
I can still hear it now. Can you smell what the Rock's been cooking?
Bro, Cheech and Chong are like 80 something years old, still fucking cruising around.
Dude, Willie's like 100 now.
Yeah, Willie's like 100. I'm telling you. Like, I think if you almost die enough times, then you live for like way too long. Somebody should write a song
it like
about
skips
that.
the loop, you know? Like, you're like, bam, 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 bam. And then it like, oh shit, we gotta rotate and go through the next generation to get
Yeah,
back
you
to
just like can go all the way around again, dude.
Dodged all the bullets, bro. Like Final Destination, but like stupid drunk style.
Matrix.
The
Damn.
drunk matrix of living.
That's a good movie. What if we did Final Destination but reversed?
You just live.
Where like
Where
there's
people
one
to survive.
there's one drunk, stone, goofy mother. It'll be a comedy, obviously, but there's one drunk, stone, goofy motherfucker that's just like Mr. Magoo in his way through everything. And Final Destination is like, we're gonna kill him, you know? So all the logs fall off the overpass and shit, but he's just like drunk and stupid. So he Mr. Magoo's his way through it.
and smokes a joint and lives.
A new Final Destination comes out like 2 days from now or 2 days before now.
Oh, what is it? Bloodlines, right? Are y'all gonna watch it?
I don't know.
I'm supposed to go watch it on Sunday.
Okay. Well, tell us how it is.
At the theaters?
Yep.
The theater?
I'm gonna go to the
You
theater.
distinguished fuck.
Dude, I saw Dogma in theaters not too long ago. What do y'all think about that?
Y'all
I
are
like
both theater
Dogma.
motherfuckers.
I have never seen Dogma in the theater.
Well, I got to see it. That movie was 13 when it came out, and I could never see it in the theaters. So it came
Oh, 'cause
out
it was
again.
rated R?
Yeah, and I got to see it in the theater.
When you were that age, I was on drugs probably. So
Yeah, but you could have seen Dogma in the theaters back
Yeah,
then.
you were like,
no, I was too on drugs to go to theaters. Then.
dude, I've seen some people.
I've seen some people too on drugs to be in theaters, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
I've seen
for
people.
sure. So I didn't see Dogma until it came out on VHS, and I rented it from Hollywood Video.
Yeah. You can do that.
Maybe we just need to open up a Hollywood Video and sling nostalgia, you know?
And
I bet people
Weed also. Obviously.
Yeah, comes with a dime bag, dude. Every video. Don't be kind, rewind. You know.
We can shame people that don't rewind. Those were the good days, dude, when you shame people for
Yeah.
shit that was relevant.
It's a joint out, a joint back in, motherfuckers.
Dude, I don't give a fuck what you're wearing. You need to fucking rewind, bro. Like, it's not cool.
Honestly, yeah. Me and my friends were dirtbags, dude. We didn't even put the same tape back in there. We take the VHS and then like peel the sticker off and then stick it on like a blank VHS tape. You know, And then
and fast forward, so they have to rewind
Rewind it.
first to find out that it's the
there's
wrong
nothing on there.
Oh my god, that's the worst kind of people right
You
there.
retreat to your porn
I
court.
hung out with the bad crowd when I was that age, you know? Got me in a lot of trouble. I enjoyed some programs.
Fast forwarding movies and shit.
Yeah. And stealing movies, stealing gas.
I remember they used to let me rent Orgasmo, which was an NC-17 movie when I was like 15. That was
That's
like,
the fucking South Park fuckers. Dude.
yeah, that was a funny movie. If y'all never seen Orgasmo,
I've
y'all need
seen
to
it.
watch it.
Was it the South Park guys?
Yeah.
South Park guys, and the Mormon becomes the porn star to pay for his
Yeah.
wedding in the Mormon temple.
It's the South Park guys.
Mormon becomes a porn star. It's hilarious.
Yeah. His little ray gun is like a fucking dildo or some shit.
Oh.
So he shoots people with the Orgasmorator, and people have an orgasm.
Yeah.
So they make one in real life, and they start shooting people with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I need to check it out.
Yo, Orgasmo. We should do another, like, let's watch. We'll bring it back, and we'll all watch Orgasmo.
Oh, what do we call that bit?
That's for sure. Critically ashamed.
Critically ashamed. Or
What?
critically ashamed Orgasmo?
Yeah.
we should
down.
do that.
I'm down with this.
Let's do it. It's been a while since I've seen it.
We can't do next week. Give us 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right.
Orgasmo. All right, bet.
You really haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
It's hilarious.
So I'm not one that wants to go to like plays and shit. I've done some of that. Not really my jam, you know. But I do want to go see the Book of Mormon.
Look at you. On Broadway?
No, I'm good. Like here, close by, where I can drive to it and go home.
Maybe in like a
After-
movie theater where you can sneak in food from the outside and stuff?
Well, you can sneak in shit to the regular theater too.
Yeah, but do you want to watch like some motherfucker do it?
No, they travel around, dude.
Oh, the motherfuckers from Broadway?
Yeah.
They're like, Book of Mormon on Broadway. And you're like, this is not Broadway, bro. We're in Texas.
Yeah. Unless you're Nashville.
Is that Broadway?
They have a Broadway in Nashville. They have a
That's kind of like
Broadway in a lot
changing
of
Fort Hood
cities,
to Fort
actually.
Hood.
Yeah, that mean we need to have a. Now I'm upset. Texas needs to have a Broadway, but better than the other Broadways.
So Broadway Nashville is like 6th Street here, except more country.
Oh, I've probably been there then. That's where I bought the shot glass. It was on whatever that street was.
That's Broadway.
On Broadway.
Yeah. Except it's on Broadway.
Gotcha. It's with a fiddle, not a violin.
Yeah. Almost the same thing. You know.
Wait, what were you talking about, Matt?
Orgasmo.
Critically ashamed.
No,
You have
something
to
with
watch it in
the
2
same
weeks.
name but different.
I don't know.
Now it's gone.
No, I'm kind of drunk.
And it's gone.
It's gone. Oh, Fort Hood! Fort Hood!
Oh, yeah, there you go. Fort Hood. It's like
Uh,
Fort Hood. It's,
It's
like
a
having-
changed name. Did we not talk about this already?
No.
Huh.
So, Fort Hood was
in Austin.
was named after a general from one
The
of the
Confederate Army?
one of those wars. Which one was it?
Civil?
Oh yeah, the Civil War. Whatever. He was a general, right?
Yeah.
And then
He
they
owned a cotton farm.
and then they renamed it to Cavazos, who was war hero. I think he was the first
In
general
the Korean War?
in the Korean War. Yeah,
Have you been to that?
the Korean War.
The Korean War? Yeah, no. Have you been to the Korean War? No, the museum in like at Fredericksburg.
That's the Nimitz Museum.
Yeah, the Nimitz Museum.
Yep. So,
Also a famous general for the Korean War.
well, he was an admiral. Admiral.
Yeah, whatever the boat version of general
He was a
is.
boat. He was a boat man.
general boatman.
General boatman.
That's an admiral.
Okay, so no, Cavazos was the Korean War, and they were like, a bunch of people were like, "Hey, that's fucked up. Like, why'd you change the name?" And a bunch of other people were like, "You know, yay, Cavazos instead."
Yeah.
And honestly, I think everyone could get down with that. If it was a new base and they were like, "Hey, we're naming it Cavazos," fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because he's from Texas, you know.
That's cool.
So I'm rooting for Cavazos, but also they just renamed it for a guy from World War II who just happens, by pure circumstance, just so happens that his name is also Hood. So now it's Fort Hood.
Again.
No, not again. It's a different Fort Hood.
It's Fort Hood now.
Different
Yeah.
hood.
Yeah, different Hood.
Same base, different hood.
And you think that's wild, right? Like, what are the odds, you know?
Yeah.
You think that's wild. They did it to like, there's like 6 other bases where they did the same thing. They just happened to name it the same name that it once was, only after different people.
Smart.
Completely by happenstance.
Everybody wins, really.
Unless your last name is Cavazos, which kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
that sucks.
What the fuck, man? I had my own base.
No.
They need to give him a new base. How about that? Justice for Cavazos. Let's build another base and name it.
Isn't there a
Cavazos.
base in like El Paso?
Yeah, but we can't change that name. We got to build new bases.
Not just next
Build
to
it in San Antonio,
There you go.
Yeah,
right on top of the Alamo.
I think there's already a base in San Antonio.
Cavazos military base at the
There's
Alamo.
definitely Air Force Base in San
We do
Antonio.
need to defend the Alamo
Yeah, he needs to defend the Alamo forever.
because, yeah, what if like bad guys attack the U.S.
They're definitely going for the Alamo first.
and they try to go for the Alamo? But we know we can hold it down, you know?
So the little congregation of state,
We know we can hold it down.
the little congregation of state troopers outside the Alamo, we'll call that for Cavazos.
All right. Yeah, that's cool.
And that's everyone's rally point for Texas if we get invaded. Is is to meet at the Alamo. Just so if y'all didn't get that email, our Texas state government told us we need a rally at the Alamo in case of World War III.
That'd be wild. That's a lot of people for.
And hold up.
Yeah, we're gonna hold up at the Alamo.
There used to not be
The
as many
Rainforest
people in
Cafe is
San
gonna
They're
Antonio.
like, stop, you can't come in. And I'm like, bro, I've got Texas flag like on my tattooed on my arm. They're like, sorry, we're full. We're at capacity. I'm like, but I have a John boat with 100 cases of Twisted Tea. And they're like, all right, bet.
Go. You're good.
Get your ass through here. Come on.
The Riverwalks Rainforest Cafe will be feeding the base and all its occupants.
That food is trash. Though.
It's because they make it with trash water.
From the Riverwalk. It's Riverwalk water.
I've personally seen people throw up in that river.
We call it, we open a restaurant called the River Walk, right?
It's Chinese food?
River Walk. And we only use the trash water to make the noodles and
The
stuff.
walk?
Yeah.
Trash walk, dude.
Trash walk. The Riverwalk.
I mean, honestly, the river walk is kind of the trash walk.
That's good.
We gotta have orange chicken. I'll only eat it if we could do some orange chicken.
Oh, yeah, we'll have dino nugs tossed in orange syrup.
loaded mac and cheese.
And loaded mac and cheese.
Dude, Godzilla nugs, bro. They're not dino nugs no more.
And we give you chopsticks to eat it with, so you feel, like a big boy.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Half a cup of ramen. Here you go.
All right, so we've come up with a new plan to save the world. We've saved Texas.
You would meet at the Alamo.
We're meeting at the Alamo. We're gonna hold it down. But to save the world,
Meet at the Alamo.
we're gonna detonate a nuke at the bottom of the ocean.
I don't think that works. I think
No, it's gonna work, dude. I've done a lot of research. I asked AI and everything.
He's got the right idea. He's just going to make friends with AI before the end of the world.
Yeah, you gotta make friends with. You gotta start.
But see, this is the card that they haven't thought of yet.
You
Is
gotta-
we're gonna bomb the dolphins,
Fuck the Dolphins.
and AI's not gonna know how to handle that.
The Dolphins, I feel like the Dolphins have been getting.
Yeah, they have, and people just let them go. It's kind of like Hollywood. Like all this shit's happening and nobody's saying anything.
Yeah.
Like
Just let them get
someone
away with
needs to
shit.
speak up. Someone needs to speak up and be like, "Look at what these dolphins are doing to people." You know.
Swim with the Dolphins? No, don't do that. Not a good time for a lot of people.
So we're doing a cruise in like December, and one of the things is like swim with the dolphins, and I'm like, who the fuck is signing up for that still?
Are you not gonna swim with the dolphins, bro?
Bro, if you sign up for swim with the dolphins right now, that's like signing up to a white party at Diddy's house right now.
You want to
You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not going to sign up for that.
you want to fight a dolphin for your butthole?
And you've kind of got a lot to lose, but like he's ready to fight over it.
Even better. Jump in the ocean and fight a dolphin for your butthole.
Well,
Yeah.
can you drink at the bar instead?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay to swim with the dolphins to do that.
Yeah, just drink at the bar. Pay to drink at the bar instead, and talk to wasted chicks who are on a cruise.
Also, I heard if you buy the infinite boost, whatever, that it's 13 drinks. So read the fine print and know what the limit is first.
What?
It's 13 drinks a day.
That is a lie. Then I'm suing.
About all you can drink. I
Yeah.
know.
So drink 13 beers and then call your lawyer.
I heard there are ones that are full bore, drink package is as much as you can actually handle.
That's see, I signed up for the full, or I don't know if I'm going to read the fine print. I'm going to have to read the legal language for sure. But I signed up for the whatever the biggest drink package was.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for. And in my brain, it's a challenge, not only
To make them lose money.
well, I don't want to lose money on it,
Yeah, definitely not you.
Just get the loaded mac and cheese, and you'll be all right.
See, that's the safe. That's
I would like my mac and cheese to also be loaded.
you're 14 shots in, and you're like, oh, guys, hang on, I gotta chill for a second, eat some loaded mac and cheese.
Me and the mac and cheese were bros, dude. We got loaded together on this cruise one time. It's pretty cool.
And they were like, "Do you want to swim with the dolphins?" And me and loaded mac and cheese were like, "Fuck that.
that.
We're riding jet skis, Steve."
Jet skis, way cooler. Way cooler than fucking dolphin rape.
But then I left the loaded mac and cheese out in the Gulf of America.
Oh no!
That's tight.
No, it was tough. It was Like when Rose loses fucking
Have they made
Jack.
like laws for the Gulf of America yet, or is it still like full fucking pirates in out there right now?
What do you mean?
Well, like there's a lot of laws for like Gulf of Mexico, like in what you can and can't do, you know. But like, where is it like written on all the laws, like what you can and can't do, like in the Gulf of America?
No, I think you got free reign, yeah. Look, this is legal advice, and I'm a lawyer, and I'm telling you that absolutely you can do whatever you want out there.
You should take your Glock and shoot it at the waves. That's how free it is out there.
I
in
think
the Gulf of America.
I think that's reasonable.
You should be able to
Gulf
take
of
your
America, like
No, I really do think that's reasonable, though.
yeah,
You should take your
And I have a 12-foot John bow.
and 100 cases of tweez, dude. Let's go,
You should take your AK out there and fire some rounds off into the ocean.
dude. If you have an AK, you're tweezes Christ, dude.
No AK to shoot into the Gulf of America. That's
Well, you need like an
blasphemous.
You
M16.
gotta fucking watch out for the dolphins, dude.
Fuck the Dolphins.
You gonna come at the dolphins with the 22, dude? Good luck.
No.
Dude, what if you went out to the Gulf of
You
America?
better take at least a 12 gauge.
Smith & Wesson.
Shot a
AR-15.
dolphin
That's
and
as
then
American as it gets.
1911.
What if you
Ooh, good
rotisserie?
call.
What if you were
Oh, that's pretty
rotisserie a dolphin on the beach and you're like, what are you doing? Like, you
Good
like caught
one,
this
Ayla.
dolphin and I'm eating it, bro.
Yeah, that's allowed.
Can you cook a dolphin on the beach?
I mean, you can't. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you have the skills to start a fire on the beach.
Yeah, and let cook a dolphin like a luau, but it's a dolphin instead of a pig.
I mean, yeah,
Dude, I guarantee people ate dolphins.
yeah. If you're fucking hungry, you eat everything that comes off the beach.
Dude, let's start a dolphin like sushi
Bro,
place.
I go eat fucking oysters and shit. Not even hungry. You know, still eating shit off that just rolls up on the beach.
Give me the loaded oysters.
Oh, loaded oysters, please. I'd like my oysters to also be loaded.
Loaded oysters sounds pretty dope, though.
Yeah, they are. They're good.
Like deep fried loaded oysters sounds fucking dang.
Bro, I've had some amazing.
They put like queso on them and stuff.
Yeah, like it's like Kirby's, like Kirby Lane's, like cowboy queso on top of oysters, and it's loaded with French fries
Damn,
and shit.
fucking oyster fries.
Yeah, and your heart's like, fuck yeah, I'm definitely not gonna attack you now.
Yeah, dude, the heart's like a cat. It's just like we're having a good time all this time, you know. And then one day it's just like, fuck, grab on.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna claw shit out of your arm, bro. Can't feel your arm, can you?
Well, do we have one more topic, or do we want to end it there?
Hold on.
We got one. We can talk about kangaroo fights.
Talk about the Labubus.
Did we talk about?
We did talk.
Did we talk about pizza guessing the?
Oh, all the
The
wars and
news?
stuff.
Yeah, pizza guessing the news.
Hmm.
You can guess the news with pizza now.
Yep. Yeah. If you watch the pizza sales in Washington D.C. right before, it's happened like 3 different times. Right before something pops off, like Israel attacks Gaza or Israel attacks Iran or, Israel attacks someone. Anyway, right before
Israel attacks somebody.
Israel attacks somebody, pizza sales in Washington D.C. spike for the night before. So what people suspect is happening is all these motherfuckers that are in the war rooms are like, oh shit, we're gonna have a long night, and they all order pizza because they're like staying up watching like the AI feeds and stuff.
And dude, you're right. If it in like Pizza Hut was the pizza one offered in there, and you got to do Pizza Hut when you're ready for war times because they do the boneless wings too.
Also,
So that way, when you're killing people overseas, you have pizza and wings, and they do stuffed crust.
also time zones. So sometimes shit happens and then like different time over here.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
could fuck up pizzas.
If you're gonna do you think the
Potentially.
United
I'm
States?
just looking for the hitch in the process.
Do you think all these generals bust out their 100 cases of twisted tea and their whiskey like right before they invade somebody? Like, think they set up their whiskey bar like right before like war starts?
See, I've always in the movies you always see the general that like
They go to specs
pulls
and
the
they're like,
whiskey bottle out of
Pulls
his
his
desk
jar.
and pours a bottle, and there's always like 2/3 of it or like 1/3 of it left, right?
That's fair.
And everyone's like, I guess the assumption is that like he has this bottle of whiskey and now the shit's hit the fan and he's gonna drink a shot because it's rough, you know? And in my brain, my fucked up brain, I'm like, he drank 2/3 of a bottle of whiskey already today. That guy is fucking wasted. Cause you don't stop at fucking 2/3, right? No, he started that this morning. He's almost done.
so that's a new
Bottle's
bottle.
been in there for 10 years. As soon as it's open, though, dude, it's fair game. I feel you. But I honestly, I had that the only whiskey I've ever been able to successfully keep was in the work desk drawer. Because I couldn't drink a whole bottle at work. That would be unreasonable. You know? But I could take a couple shots at work to take off the edge before I had to go into like a boardroom meeting or some shit like that.
Yeah, obviously.
Or like something bad happened, like somebody, and then like me and one of the guys got to take a shot. I don't know. Or toothache. Dude, one time, fucking toothache, super happy to have whiskey in the drawer. Took 3 shots, toothache was cool for a little while until 3 shots started wearing out. I had to go to the bar and call off the rest. Toothache was bad.
See, I think the general was just drunk.
Maybe he had a toothache, dude.
General Cavaza, General Hood.
Yeah.
They probably were all drunk.
So you take a shot of whiskey and then you let your
Have you met people? People are kind of,
Drunk?
you know?
you let your shoulders
I was
drink
gonna go
the rest of it.
sketchy. It makes me want to be drunk, you know?
That too.
The twisted tea.
Yeah, but how come none of the generals keep 100 cases of Twisted Tea in their office?
Do you know how many
they keep
people
them
the
at-
generals are responsible for? That many idiots, dude. Yeah, I would drink too.
Twisted Teas?
Yeah, and then also like maybe like a lot of them died just because like, we were drunk and forgot to wake up the next morning.
Yeah. it happened.
Charge to the game.
That's why I'm so outraged that these generals are drinking whole bottles of whiskey every day.
That would be crazy.
But you got your generals, you got your colonels in there, and you got to drink a little whiskey, you know? I'm glad they're not drinking something like crazy like pink schnapps or something like that.
Colonel's job is to drive the general home from the bar.
Maybe gin. Like what's the manliest thing a general could drink? Whiskey?
Yeah.
Sounds like scotch or...
Wait, what was the question?
What's the manliest alcohol that a general could drink? Is it whiskey or is it like scotch?
It's whiskey.
Yeah, because if he's drinking vodka, then like he's
Russian?
traitor. Yeah.
Okay.
He's been
So
been
American
compromised.
generals only drink whiskey?
But Japanese people will drink whiskey.
Well, they'll drink sake, right? They'll like have to...
And Chinese people drink whiskey.
If he's drinking tequila or gin, he's broken.
Okay.
Oh, he's real fucking crazy, yeah. Yeah, he's General Mad Dog. He's gonna go in there and fuck
He's
some
probably
shit up.
broken. If he's drinking gin or tequila,
They're like, we are not going in. It's not safe for our teams, our operatives. He's like, fuck that, I'm going in.
if he's
I've been drinking tequila all day.
if he's drinking whiskey, he's broken, but kind of tries to be distinguished.
There you go. You know?
Yeah. Do you think a lot of generals get in on the garage talk with their boys?
Yeah, but there's like you gotta scan people for phones before they come in, you know?
Are you buying your troops the UFC fights every weekend?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they get them for free. Actually,
Oh, they do.
Dana White is a American.
Troop
He's a
guy?
true American.
They get them for free, huh?
Also, that's smart because all those guys are gonna come home and pay pay-per-view prices.
and also some of them might be great UFC fighters.
Yeah, that's smart. All right, guys, the Whiskey and Whiskers website is up, so whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. If you'd like to support the show, actually, no, scratch that. Go support the show at whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. Click on the Patreon link at the bottom. You got to scroll down a little bit. Click on that Patreon link, and then just ask AI or Alexa or whatever the fuck to go ahead and sign up for our biggest Patreon membership.
And get 100 cases of Twisted Tea delivered to your house.
It's $100 a month.
Or 100 cases of Twisted Tea.
But we'll barter for 100 cases of Twisted Tea. And honestly, if you wanted to support the show by donating 100 cases of Twisted Tea, like that's pretty dope too. New episodes every Monday, new content all the time. We'll see you next week.